On the final day of the NFL draft, the St. Louis Rams chose to stay close to home. Yes, the team did select Michael Sam, but they actually selected another Missouri Tiger just a little bit earlier. St. Louis took former quarterback E.J. Gaines with the 188th pick in the 6th round. Gaines is the first Mizzou cornerback to be drafted in 30 years. He led the Tigers in interceptions last season with 5 and was a team captain. He was also named a first-team All-SEC performer last season. Gaines says the moment was a lot to take in.
Man, it's a little overwhelming, you know. You see how long I had to wait to get picked up. But like I said, man, it's a blessing to be able to get drafted in the first place, so I'm happy.
With the NFL draft now officially in the books, 4 Missouri players were drafted over the weekend. The Carolina Panthers took Coney Ely in the 2nd round with the 60th overall pick. He was the first Tiger to go. Then 5 picks later in that round, the defending Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks snagged left tackle Justin Britt. As we mentioned before, the St. Louis Rams selected both E.J. Gaines and Michael Sam, with Gaines in the 6th round and Sam in the 7th. This is actually the most Tigers picked in the NFL draft since 6 were taken back in 2009. But some Tigers who did not get drafted will also try to catch on with NFL teams. All of the following players have signed contracts as undrafted free agents. First off, James Franklin, former Mizzou quarterback, signed with the Detroit Lions. Henry Josie went to the Philadelphia Eagles, and Eric Waters signed with the other team in Pennsylvania, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Moving on, Andrew Wilson signed with the Miami Dolphins. Former wide receiver Marcus Lucas signed with the Carolina Panthers to try and help out Cam Newton. And finally, Damian Washington signed with the Dallas Cowboys. While Missouri football players were being drafted, the Missouri baseball team played in the other Columbia for a 2nd time against the 11th-ranked South Carolina Gamecocks. Missouri fell to the Gamecocks by a score of 3-1. Mizzou pitcher Peter Fairbanks only gave up 1 earned run over 6 innings, but the defense let up 2 more unearned runs. The Tigers will try to avoid the sweep tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. In the majors, the Cardinals are taking on the Pirates at Busch Stadium. The Birds were getting the best of Edison Volquez early on as Peter Borges was at the plate with 2 on. He's hit by the pitch, and that'll send him to first base. Volquez not happy. This wouldn't make him any happier as Tony Cruz can't quite pull the double play. Well, they do pull the double play, but Matt Adams is going to get home anyway. If you only watched the first 2 innings, you think the Cards were going to be fine, but Lance Lynn would actually end up allowing 4 runs later on in the game, and the Pirates would take over from there. Fast forward to the 9th inning, the Cards were threatening with 2 base runners on, but it comes out to be to no avail. The Pirates take this one by a score of 4-3. Now to the Royals. Here's a great look at beautiful Safeco Field in Seattle. They're taking on the Mariners with Yordano Ventura on the mound. It's 1-0 Royals in the bottom of the 4th when the Mariners take the lead with 1 swing of the bat. It is a Justin Smoke bomb, and Smoke just crushes it to deep right for a 2-run shot. That's his 5th round tripper of the season to give Seattle a 2-1 lead. Seattle still holding that lead by a score of 3-1 in the bottom of the 8th. We are 10 races into the Sprint Cup season, and Columbia native Carl Edwards is in the top 5 in the standings. He's won 1 race this year and is looking for a 2nd win at Kansas Speedway tonight. The race was actually on hold for about 30 minutes as officials waited for the weather to clear out. Going into lap 47, the first caution comes out as Clint Boyer just loses all control right down the stretch. And moving on into lap 54, after the wreck had all settled and we get into a restart, Kevin Harvick and Brad Keselowski would battle for the lead position. Going into lap 60, it would be the 2nd caution of the night. Ryan Truex puts David Reagan into the wall, causing a huge wreck that would spill into the infield. Truex's 83 car and Reagan's 34 would sustain the most damage. That'll do it for us in sports. Let's send it back over to the news desk.
Severe weather now, but that wasn't the case this morning.
Find out how